One of the clearest similarities between my trailer and poster is the font that I have chosen to use. The font for these titles should be the same as they are produced at the same time and by the same company. I've used this retro 80s style font in order to attract a youth culture audience. This works as this retro style is very fashionable and will be appreciated by my arty niche target audience. The consistency of the font in these two products is successful as it is memorable for the audience. They'll draw links between the two and the title of the film will therefore stick in their minds, making it more likely that they will go and see the actual film. The eye-catching quality is also helped by the neon colouring. However, I took a different approach with the magazine. This font must be different as this marketing product is produced at a different time and by a different company. I wanted to give this a slightly more sci-fi approach as I felt as if it matched the lo-fi handmade graphic-y look of the magazine. I used the font Longhall, which is also what I used in my space and solar system themed ident. I also used James's face as a marketing technique throughout. I'm attempting to sell him to my audience as a cool, edgy, upcoming actor, someone that my audience is able to connect with. The male gaze here works in an alternate way. The males are able to look at him and feel a desire to be like him. This feeds into the concept posed by uses and gratifications critic Theodore Adorno, who proposed that we take what we find attractive and interesting from a text. Here, I'm hoping that my audience identifies with the strong masculine protagonist figure. An example of an actor that has managed to make his way into the A-list in a similar way is Ryan Gosling, who starred in smaller indie films, playing edgy, tough guy roles before moving up into blockbuster films. The magazine still fits with the marketing of James, but in a slightly different way, as I've chosen to draw a stencil of his face rather than purely use a photograph. I think that this is successful as I have allowed myself to be creative and produce a product that is alternative but still fits with my intentions. The poster and trailer have many similarities with the portraiture of James in terms of colouring. Many close-up shots include purple, pink and blue hues in the trailer. This matches nicely with the duotone of the pink and blue in the poster, again making the film more memorable through these striking visuals. I have chosen to use the same neon colour scheme of blue and pink in both my trailer and poster. This is seen in the trailer in the Chinatown scene at the start, as well as on close-ups of James's face throughout. I wanted to use this high saturation as my trailer is aesthetically orientated, as I wanted to take a more artsy rather than blockbuster approach. This neon colouring gives a modern twist to the psychedelic themes that I'm trying to convey, which will help to attract my audience as young people will want to see new contemporary visuals in film. My magazine sticks with the vibrant colour scheme but in a more traditional way, as the colours are blocky and flat. This ties in with more conventional ideas of psychedelia from the 60s, and I feel as if this works because I wanted to give a definite nod towards the foundations of my film's themes. However, there are still links to my other products, such as the hot pink, which appears throughout. One thing I would change about the magazine is the amount of white on the face. When gathering feedback from my audience, a few people drew this to my attention. I feel as if it doesn't match the rest of my work, as there is too much light and empty space. All my products are for a young adult audience, and this can be seen in the trailer through the themes as well as it being certified 15. This can be seen in the magazine as the graphic design is quite subtle and would therefore attract an audience that has an interest in intrigue in graphics, such as art students or those that have just started working in a creative industry. The magazine is also slightly more expensive than the standard one, suggesting that a slightly more mature audience would choose to buy it rather than younger teens. The poster also suggests that my film is for young adults, as even though the colours are vibrant, they are low lit, which suggests a dark and threatening atmosphere. Slightly younger audiences may be attracted to something brighter, for example, explosions and car chases. This poster suggests more subtle and eerie themes rather than fast-paced action throughout. Finally, I think that the combination of my trailer and poster is successful, as there are many similarities in terms of the text. I have used the same awards and reviews that are seen in the intertitles of the trailer on my poster. This gives us consistency and shows that my film is worth seeing as it has a level of prestige and recognition. The repetition of these also reinforces the film's quality to the audience, which will entice them further to see it. However, one thing I could maybe change is the amount of writing on the poster. I would perhaps take out one of the laurel wreaths or reviews, as I feel as if this large amount of text ruins the striking simplicity of the image. I've chosen to use the final line in my trailer as the tagline which is included on my poster. This is successful as "Don't lose your head" is the last thing that the audience hears and will therefore stick in their mind. This significance is reinforced when they see it on the poster and increases the feeling of threat. The pairing of James's face in both of these will also increase the memorability due to the visual representation of the tagline. I have included the same credits in the same standard font in both. This is important as this is a standard convention of both trailers and posters. Again, this repetition shows the audience that these products have been made by the same company, which helps to tie this marketing package together and therefore will increase the film's grossing.